Alright, so before we begin talking about how to do the IXL for your final, let's go ahead and run through what we covered last week, which is log product property. There was a resource given to you. It was green. The learning target was I can understand and apply the log product property. I gave the class these examples. On the left was the investigation, oh wait, as well as the right. So both these sides were you investigating and trying to connect what's going on here. So I'm going to explain what's going on. So here's how you fill out the left side. You go 2 to the what power is 8. The answer right here will be 3 plus 2 to the what power is 4. The answer here is 2. So 3 plus 2 is going to give you 5. Alright, so how do you fill out the right side? So it says which is the same as. First things first, we know the exponent is 5. So this right here, this log, has to, have an exponent of 5. So then, to fill out this missing spot right here, we're going to do 2 to the 5th power is equal to 32. Oops. So right here, you would write in yourself, because it's not going to, I didn't write this in for you, but you're going to be writing in 32. Then on this side, how we got 6 right here is 3 to the what power is 9, it's 2, plus 3 to the what power is 81, it's 4. So 2 plus 4 gave you my 6. So on the right side, we're going to put equals 6, again because it's the exponent that we're looking for. So then to fill in this missing spot, you're going to go 3 to the what power, 3 to the 6th power is actually going to give you 729 if you use a calculator. So I'm going to have you write that in yourself, right? After the investigation, it did show the class how this table should have been filled out. This was part of the investigation, and you were supposed to figure out what rule worked. So 8 and 4 gave me 32, 9 and 81 gave me 729, 4 and 16 gave me 64. The pattern that was discovered is that this here is U, this is my U, this here is my V. Basically, 8 times 4 gives you 32. So the rule is U times V. Basically, you're going to be applying this rule to be able to solve problems that you wouldn't be able before without this rule. So the sum of two logs is equal to the log of a product, and product means multiplication. So this is the essential note you needed for this portion. I'm going to jump right over to the quotient rule. That is your second note that we discovered last week. It was, again, this resource was given in green, and the learning target was I can understand and apply the quotient rule. Again, I gave the class these tables to try to investigate before they actually came up with the rule. So here it's 5 to the what power, 625, I believe that's 4, minus 5 to the what power is 5, it's 1, so 4 minus 1 should give you 3. You would write in the 3 right here, and likewise you would write in the 3 over on this side. So then to fill in this missing blank, you're going to go 5 to the 3rd power, which is 125 right here. You would have to write that in. It's not going to pop up, but you get 125. Now here, there's actually an error, so please scratch this number out and scratch this number out. I'm going to just tell you right now what to write. Instead of 72, you're going to write 216. Instead of this 2 right here, write 6. Alright, so 6 to the what power is 216. I believe it is 3. 6 to the 3rd power. Yeah, will give you 216. So you would put 3 minus 6 to the what power is 6, it's 1. So 3 minus 1 gives you my 2. You would write in 2 right here, and then you would write in 2 right here. Then you go 6 to the 2nd power is 36, and you fill that in right there. Alright, so then the class was led to investigate what is happening when you're subtracting two logs. So it's not addition anymore. Remember, when you're adding two logs, that's product rule. When you're subtracting two logs, there's going to be a new rule. So basically, you had 625 and 5, and right here what you ended up with was 125. Basically, you notice if you divide these two numbers, you're going to get this missing number. And here it was 216 and 6. If I divide 216 and 6, I'm going to be getting 36. So basically the rule that works here is division. So this is how you fill in the rule. So U divided by V. And again, this will help you solve log problems that you were not able to solve before. Then I led the class to finish up that sheet. Again, please make sure you rewatch this video and check in with your group to be able to understand what we learned last week. this right now, what I'm doing is just my way of trying to help you catch up with this portion. Now let's move on to what to do in IXL R.8 and R.9, which is in the Algebra 2 section of IXL. So here it says expand the logarithm. It says assume all expressions exist and are well defined. Okay, great. So expanding. What that means is basically in this scenario is write this out so there's a plus or minus symbol in between. So because this is 3 times W, this is like looking at product rule. This basically, since it's 3 times W, we can break it up into a sum of logs to just have log of 3 plus log of W. Because you can imagine that if I was to bring these back together, you get log 3W, which is right here. So this is your answer. Alright, so here again it says expand. When it's saying, this is right here by the way, R.9. This up here was R.8. So here it says to expand. Because there's a division symbol, I know that's my quotient rule. So basically I know that in quotient rule that means we subtracted the logs. So basically I'm just going to do log of W minus log of V minus. And then that would be your answers on IXL. Right? Okay, so let me go ahead and just walk you through some of R.8. So I'm going to go to IXL. And again, remember, you're going to have to pass this IXL in order to begin the final. Let's sign in. We go to Algebra 2. And we're looking for R.8 and also R.9. So product property. Okay, so it says expand the logarithm. That means write it out as a sum because there's a product going on. There's a multiplication going on. So there is no little subscript here. There's just a log with base 10. Remember, when it's base 10, we don't write the little number. So I'm going to break this up into log of W plus log of V. And that's it. Submit. Great. Now let's walk to another one. So in order to break this up, this is 19 times W. So I'm going to be breaking this up into log 19 plus log W. Enter. Okay, 17 and then U. Again, we're going to break this up because 17 times U. So I'm going to be log of 17 plus log of U. I'm trying to see if there's, oopsie. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not put a plus sign. Got it. Whatever. Yeah, you're going to probably do some little mistypos. I understand that, but let's just move on. I'm trying to see if we're going to get one that has a subscript. Okay, whatever. I walked you through R.8. Now then, let's check out R.9. So let me go back here. So R.9 is basically the quotient property of logs, which is basically when you have a division, you break it up, you expand it by doing subtraction. So division y divided by z basically is going to be log of y minus log of z. And you enter. Good. Again, this is 13 divided by t, so that's log of 13 minus log of t. This one's going to be log of x minus log of 11. So again, this all came from the notes that we took, and we discovered this new property that's going to help us evaluate logs. Okay, so then this one says rewrite it as a single logarithm. So that means bring it back together. So because this is log of 3 minus log of 2, by the way, I should actually talk about this before you guys begin, so I'm going to already take my screenshot so that we talk about this as well in class. But anyways, so it says rewrite as a single log. That means I want this rewritten as one log. So that's like looking at my quotient rule. Basically, when we had subtraction, to bring it together, you use division. So it's going to be log of, and I don't know if they're going to be picky with their parentheses, but log of 3 over 2. And that's pretty much it. And then here I'm going to test out if they're picky with the parentheses. So this is just going to be log of 7 over 5. Yep, pretty much this is how it's working out. This is just basic application of the rule that we learned. Not only are you being tested on your knowledge on applying the rule, you also have to know how to evaluate logs with the new rules that we learned. And again, evaluation was found in the green notes. Behind there were some practice problems. Do make sure you check in with your table groups, and I am excited to look forward to your Kahoot.